I love Mote because it has audio just about everywhere now. So let me show you a couple places where I use Mote and why I love it so much. You can get Mote from the Chrome Web Store and get the extension right here in Chrome. You'll see that it appears just about everywhere in Google Suites now once you have it, and you can go ahead and add audio without having to click another link or another application. You click on it, you can easily move it around. Perhaps in this case, I'd like to read the instructions that were here so that students had the option of reading or giving them an audio. I click the check. Once it's all done, I can choose to edit it, go back, I can insert it. It might take a second because it saves these notes to my Google Drive, but once it's saved, it's going to appear in the top left-hand corner typically, but I can enlarge the audio, make it a little more visible, and drag it around. Why I like it for this particular slide is that now students can also get the Mote extension easily. They don't need any special permissions. And once they have the Mote extension, they can do the exact same thing. You've now given students a choice. They could type in their answer or add audio. I also like using Mote in Google Slides. Right here, I have a rubric and I've highlighted it and I've provided some feedback, but I have also given some audio feedback that the student can listen to right here in this specific slide about how they did with their prompt. I absolutely love Mote in Google Forms. Once you have the Chrome extension and you've got these tests that might require a lot of reading. I know that I was always having to poll students or finding ways to provide audio. It was a headache before Mote. Now it's super easy, even in locked forms. So when creating a test, you can see once I have the Mote down below, for my questions, I just click record. Click record. A citizen can help ensure the rights of an accused person by. I have the little check mark here. I'll see it here. Now for the answer choices, it's a little different. I click up on my extension here and I click the M, serving in the military. Obviously, I'm going to have a couple extra words here, but it saves to the clipboard automatically and I can just Control V to paste it. Now, if I go ahead and I preview this, you will see, and it might take a second just because that audio is loading, it appears right as a play button. And the great thing is if students have the Mote extension on their Chrome browser, they can see the transcription right here as well for the question. They can listen to question choices and answer choices, and you have audio right there, and you don't ever have to find a time to pull students aside for read aloud. Another great reason I love Mote is Google Docs. So here I can add a hypermote. So let's say I have a vocabulary list for students and maybe they don't even know how to pronounce the word antagonist. No problem. I highlight the word, click start, antagonist. Click it, insert, and now you can see here it is hyperlinked and they can play. Now, another great thing about this, and you can see is taking a second, before I share this with students, I would want to edit the transcription. That's the great thing about Google Docs here is I have this great transcription. I can save it. And now when I share this Google Doc with students, they have an audio with the transcription, but even better, they can translate this. And you have so many different languages that you can translate this to so that students that might be proficient in reading in a second language would then be able to see this. So this really supports our multilingual and EL students. Also in Google Docs, another way you could use it, again, audio. So I could prompt, I could hypermote, I can move this around. Where is one place in the world you would like to visit? Explain why you would want to visit this place, so forth and so on. And then the student has the audio of the Mote. But again, what's great about this, and I know I didn't say the whole transcription, but it is going to transcribe my audio. I can edit that, but you can see it's pretty accurate. And then the student can translate that prompt as well. It's great. Third reason, in Google Docs, I love Mote. All right, I have a example of student writing. Woo, has lowercase i's, missing some periods it looks like. So I have this here. Well, I could just add a normal comment, but I could make my comment even better with Mote. So now you can see I have a comment, but I can click to record. I see here that you have a lot of lowercase i's. Go back through this writing and make sure whenever you have the letter I, independent of any other word, it needs to be capitalized. So again, I have this Mote. I comment the student when they have the Chrome extension, they can play it right here. Now, even without the extension, students can still play it. It would just be a hyperlink as opposed to a cute little box that was as accessible. So I would always encourage students to get it, but not totally necessary. Again, the transcription and the ability to translate. So great. Websites. Did you know you can add a Mote to a website? Again, click on the extension, click the M. So perhaps in this, I would give directions. Read the article, watch the video about this 11-year-old golf player with autism and his accomplishments and achievements. Click OK. I've copied my Mote. Now it's automatically copied. Watch this. If I put that link anywhere, I'm going to say Google Classroom, because you can see I have Mote in Google Classroom. I'm going to go ahead and paste that link. Now it's going to look like a normal Mote link, but I'm going to show you something special. I can even record my instructions. So these are my instructions for the assignment. Maybe I have a couple pieces here. I have a YouTube video and a doc and this website, whatever it is. I put it in. I'm going to go ahead and assign it. Now I have pulled over the class with the student account that I've assigned it to. I'm going to go ahead and open it. Sorry, I want to view the whole assignment. When I open up this assignment, I do have Mote on my student account here. I can listen to the instructions. Again, I can translate it. I can make a comment. Now look at this though. When I click on this Mote link, just look like a simple Mote link, but it's not. It's going to take a moment. It's going to open me up to that web page. And then in the top right-hand corner, right in the website itself, it's going to give me the instructions. So you can add Mote, a sticky Mote, to any website. It's pretty cool. All right. Mote has a fairly new feature. It's just called Mote.new. You can record a Mote from anywhere. This works on a tablet, on a phone. Let's say you just have an audio message that you want to get across to someone. Hey, oh, sorry, I recorded it way too fast. I'm on a walk and I was just thinking about the email you sent me earlier and I'm responding to it now. So I'm just talking as I wanted to record something real quick. Now, I can share this as a link. I can plop it directly in my email. And I've had to do this recently with someone with a visual impairment. We have been communicating with these Mote voice messages back and forth. But also with Mote.new, you can now save these as QR codes. So imagine saving audio, prompts, directions. You could really gamify and post these across your room and students had to listen. I think that QR codes with Mote could really increase the engagement of these movement activities you have in your classroom. So these are just a couple quick ways I love to use Mote. It can be embedded in so many other things we haven't even touched on here. I hope you find it as useful as I do.